Did you know that reheating certain foods can quietly increase your risk of pancreatic cancer? It may sound surprising, but doctors have been warning about this for years. Most of us believe that warming up leftovers is safe, even smart. But the truth is, some foods can turn toxic when reheated, and these toxins don't just upset your stomach, they can damage your pancreas, the very organ that helps your body process sugar and fat. When your pancreas becomes inflamed or weakened over time, the results can be dangerous, even life-threatening. So, if you've ever saved yesterday's meal thinking it was harmless, this video is for you. We'll reveal 4 common foods that health experts say should never be reheated, because when they're warmed a second time, they release compounds linked to pancreatic cancer. This isn't just about bad taste or texture, this is about protecting your long-term health. And make sure you watch until the end, because the last food on this list is something almost everyone reheats, and it's the most dangerous of all. Number 1, reheated vegetable oils and fried foods. If you love fried foods, leftover French fries, crispy fish, or onion rings, you're not alone. These comfort foods have been a part of American kitchens for decades. But here's what most people don't know: reheating fried foods, especially in the same oil or in the microwave, can quietly raise your risk of pancreatic cancer. The danger is in the oils used for frying, vegetable oils like canola, soybean, or corn oil. Even though they sound plant-based and healthy, these oils are unstable at high heat. When you reheat them, they break down and release harmful chemicals called aldehydes. Aldehydes are toxic. They create oxidative stress in your body, damage healthy cells, and trigger inflammation. And your pancreas, the organ that keeps your digestion and blood sugar in balance, is especially sensitive to this kind of damage. Over time, repeated exposure can weaken it and increase your risk of cancer. Take Teresa, a 68-year-old woman I spoke with. She used to reheat fried food several times a week. But soon, she developed bloating, stomach cramps, and even prediabetic blood sugar levels. When her doctor told her to stop reheating fried food and eat fresh meals instead, her symptoms began to fade within weeks, and she felt years younger. I never realized how heavy those leftovers were making me feel. So, what can you do instead? If you enjoy crispy foods, try baking them fresh in the oven with olive oil or avocado oil, which can handle heat much better. And if you really crave fried foods, enjoy them hot and fresh, never reheated. It's a small change, but one that could quietly protect your pancreas from years of hidden damage. Number 2, reheated processed meats. One of the most dangerous foods to reheat, and one of the most overlooked, is processed meat. We're talking about bacon, sausages, ham, deli slices, hot dogs, and even leftover meatloaf made with cured meats. These foods are already loaded with salt, preservatives, and chemicals like nitrites. But when you reheat them, especially in a microwave or skillet, those chemicals transform into something far worse: nitrosamines. Nitrosamines are dangerous compounds that scientists have directly linked to cancer, including pancreatic cancer. They form when nitrites in meat are exposed to high heat. And here's the scary part: once nitrosamines form, they don't just vanish. You eat them. They enter your digestive system. And they irritate your pancreas, an organ already sensitive to chemical stress and fat metabolism. What makes this even more concerning is how often people reheat processed meats. Breakfast sausages get reheated the next morning. Leftover ham from dinner ends up in sandwiches the next day. It feels convenient. It feels like you're being smart. But over time, that convenience quietly takes a toll. Take Paul, a 72-year-old man I knew. Every morning, he'd reheat bacon in the microwave. He thought he was saving time and avoiding waste. But eventually, he started experiencing digestive discomfort. Then came the diagnosis no one wants to hear: pancreatic inflammation, and his doctor suspected his diet played a major role. When Paul finally stopped reheating processed meats and switched to fresh breakfasts, eggs, beans, or freshly cooked lean meats, his symptoms eased. He said he felt lighter. Even his blood work started to improve. The truth is, processed meats are risky even when fresh. But when you reheat them, you add a new layer of danger that most people never hear about. If this has been your habit for years, it's not too late to change. Switch to fresh alternatives. And if you do eat processed meats, eat them fresh, never reheated. Your pancreas may not complain right away. But that doesn't mean it's not suffering. Choosing to avoid reheated processed meats is a simple but powerful step to protect one of the most important organs in your body. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type number 2 in the comments so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you never miss life-saving information like this. Your support helps us keep creating videos that inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on. Number 3, reheated rice dishes. Rice might look harmless. It's simple, filling, and easy to reheat. But this common food hides a surprising danger, especially for older adults. Many people cook a big pot of rice and stretch it over several meals because it's budget-friendly and convenient. But if rice isn't stored or handled properly, reheating it can silently harm your pancreas. Here's why: cooked rice can contain spores of a bacterium called Bacillus cereus. These spores survive the cooking process. If the rice is left sitting out too long, those spores multiply. When you reheat the rice, the heat may kill the bacteria, but it cannot destroy the toxins they've already released. Those toxins can cause food poisoning symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. But that's not the only danger. Repeated exposure to these bacterial toxins puts ongoing stress on your digestive system, especially your pancreas, which works to neutralize toxins and aid digestion. Over time, this constant stress can lead to chronic inflammation, which has been linked to pancreatic damage and even cancer. And there's more. Many people combine reheated rice with leftover meats or sauces, adding even more harmful compounds for the pancreas to handle. I remember Harold, a 74-year-old widower, who loved making fried rice. He'd cook a big batch with eggs, vegetables, and soy sauce, then keep it in the fridge for days, reheating small portions whenever he was hungry. Over time, he developed frequent digestive discomfort. His doctor was puzzled, until Harold mentioned his leftover habits. Once he switched to cooking smaller, fresh portions of rice, his symptoms started to improve. This isn't just about food poisoning or stomach upset. Small daily habits add up. Your pancreas is a delicate organ. It doesn't regenerate easily. If it's under constant, low-grade stress from toxins, poor storage habits, or reheated food, it becomes vulnerable to serious conditions, including cancer. If you enjoy rice, eat it fresh. Cool any leftovers quickly, refrigerate them right away, and never reheat rice more than once. Better yet, make smaller portions so you don't need to worry about leftovers at all. A little extra care in the kitchen can make a huge difference in protecting. Number 4, reheated chicken. Chicken is a favorite in countless American homes. It's affordable, packed with protein, and simple to cook. But when it comes to reheating, chicken can be one of the riskiest foods, especially if you want to protect your pancreas. Here's why: chicken is rich in proteins. When these proteins are reheated at high temperatures, especially in a microwave where heat is uneven, they change their structure. This altered protein becomes harder for your body to digest, forcing your pancreas to work overtime. Your pancreas is the organ that produces the enzymes needed to break down these proteins, and when it's repeatedly pushed beyond its limits, it can become inflamed. And here's the serious part: long-term inflammation of the pancreas is one of the major risk factors for pancreatic cancer. But it's not just about protein. Reheated chicken often involves gravies, sauces, or oils. When these are reheated a second time, they can break down and form dangerous compounds called aldehydes. These toxic substances have been linked to cellular damage and cancer. Now imagine combining altered proteins with toxic fats. Your pancreas takes a double hit. Take Margaret, a 78-year-old woman I once knew. She lived alone and would cook a big chicken breast on Sunday, slicing off portions to reheat throughout the week. To keep it moist, she'd pour on leftover gravy and microwave it. Over time, she began feeling bloated, suffered indigestion, and even developed nagging pain after meals. Her doctor finally told her to change her routine. When Margaret switched to cooking smaller, fresh servings of chicken instead of reheating, her symptoms almost completely disappeared. The lesson here is simple: your pancreas is not a machine. It's a delicate organ. It doesn't shout when it's overworked, it suffers in silence. And by the time symptoms appear, the damage may already be serious. If chicken is a regular part of your diet, here's what to do. Cook smaller portions instead of big batches. Store cooked chicken for no more than 1 to 2 days. If you must reheat, do it gently on the stove, not in the microwave. Avoid reheating sauces or gravies that have already been cooked once. These small changes can protect your pancreas and your long-term health. And if you're still here watching, type number 4 in the comments. It tells me you care about your health, and it helps me keep bringing you life-changing information like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another video like this. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs, inspires, and protects your health. Now, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. When we were younger, we never thought twice about reheating food. It was quick, convenient, and seemed completely harmless. But as we age, our bodies change. What used to be easy to digest now puts extra strain on our system. And at the center of it all is your pancreas, that small but powerful organ working silently, day after day, to keep you healthy. The pancreas doesn't complain out loud. But when it's overworked, the signs start to appear: fatigue, bloating, unpredictable blood sugar, and even serious illnesses. The truth is, some of the habits we've carried for decades, like reheating rice, chicken, vegetable oils, and processed meats, might be doing more harm than we realize. But here's the good news: you're not powerless. Protecting your pancreas and your health isn't about fear, it's about mindfulness. It's about respecting what your body needs now, not what it could handle 20 or 30 years ago. Yes, change takes effort. It means learning new cooking habits, choosing fresher ingredients, and sometimes letting go of old routines. But you're not doing this just for today. You're doing it for the years ahead, for the strength to stay independent, for the energy to play with your grandchildren, and for the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're caring for yourself the best way possible. And don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. Start with one small change. Maybe stop reheating processed meats. Or switch to healthier oils. Every single step is a victory. Every single choice is an act of self-care. You deserve to feel strong, clear-headed, and full of life. And by watching this video, you've already taken the most important step: awareness. Remember, every meal is a new chance to protect your health. So keep going. Keep learning. And know this: you're not alone on this journey. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it. Your words inspire us and help this community grow. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support truly makes a difference. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.